Before we begin, I want to thank you for supporting this podcast. These messages allow for me to keep this space free and honest, and I truly appreciate you for listening. If you've ever felt like comfort is something you have to earn, or you're trying to regulate your nervous system but keep hitting a wall or unable to find something that works for you, I created something for you. It's called the Comfort Code, and it's a monthly workshop where I teach you how to apply my comfort framework, shift your mindset, and inventory your relationships with ease. This is an education for your body and also for your mind. You're going to walk away with tools that you can use instantly. I'm not talking about fluff. I'm talking about real, tangible things that make a difference. Of course, I'm going to have light refreshments, real conversations, and a place where your nervous system can exhale. You can find all the details about this wonderful workshop at naturallylondon.com. I hope to see you there. Welcome back to another episode of Comfort Unfiltered. Today's topic is so exciting, and I am so lucky to have Lorena Cruz with me today. She is a phenomenal life and health coach. And Lorena, tell us a little bit more about your specializations that you focus on.
Sure. And first of all, thank you for having me. I feel honored and very excited to dive into this awesome topic you picked. So yes, my name is Lorena Cruz. I'm a certified health and life coach, and I specialize on nutrition as a comfort food, living with conscious, eating with conscious, and I help women think about more of on their hormones, how their hormones affect their overall, starting with their eating. So I help a lot of the women find their purpose again.
And that is so important because I know for me, growing up, comfort food was a big part of our household, and it wasn't always necessarily the best of foods. So today we're going to talk about comfort food in a different light. We're not talking about fried chicken and macaroni and cheese, pinto beans and cornbread. We're not talking about, all the delicious foods that some of us reach for when we're super happy or when we're super sad.
Right.
We're talking about the foods that you can eat that will literally create a place of comfort and ease in your body. So I'm going to kick us off with my first question I have for you, which is, many of us, when we get super stressed, we do reach for that comfort food, but it often leaves us feeling worse afterwards, right? So my question is, how do you define true comfort food from a holistic perspective?
That is an amazing question. And when I think about comfort food, I don't just think about what's on my plate. I think about what that food is going to make me feel afterwards, how it's going to make my body, my mind, and also my soul is going to make me feel, right? Because it's all connected. Everything is connected. And we tend to reach for that comfort food, for the fried chicken, for that highly processed food, or that sweet treat, right?
Yes.
As that we have that sweet tooth. Right?
Yeah, we're being honest. Yeah.
Right. But if we go get that comfort food, in quotation mark, how does it make us feel after? Does it make us feel energized, or is it making us feel sluggish?
Yeah.
Does it make us full, or is that full temporarily?
Yeah,
so,
you're speaking truth.
Yeah, so we get confused on what a comfort food really feels like. I think it's easier for us to go to the fridge and just grab an ice cream, right? And just eat it. But if we want to eat with conscious and comfort our body from a nervous system, and let's see that I'm having a I don't know, breakout or anxiety, or because of that, I want to eat. If you are conscious and have prepared something ahead of time, let's say a chia pudding with fresh food, a little bit of honey on top, that will comfort your body as well as the ice cream that I just grabbed. But the difference is that will nourish our body as well.
Much more.
Right?
Yeah.
So the effects of eating a big ice cream, it's, I feel guilt. I feel I want more.
Most of us have a lot of inflammation. We get mucusy.
Right?
Dairy is not our friend.
That is correct. That's another, well, and I can go on the topic. But
yeah,
if we're going to feel guilty, or if we're going to have fatigue after, or I just want more, then little by little, I'm not saying all at once because it takes time and practice, try to do a little switch, right? So comfort food doesn't have to be highly processed or high in sugar. It could be something that makes your body and soul feel awesome.
So how, if a woman has come to a place where she's like, I agree with everything you're saying, Lorena, but like, how do I make that shift? Like, what does that, you mentioned the chia seed pudding, but if we're comparing apples to apples, right? And we are reaching for our favorite comfort foods. Like, if I want ice cream, okay, maybe I can reach for chia pudding. But if I want that greasy fast food, like, how do I really make that type of shift on my plate so that I can actually make a realistic action happen?
There's going to be two answers to that question. And the first one is be gentle to yourself. Right? Because if you do want to reach out for that comfort food, in quotation mark,
right?
If that makes you feel good at the moment and you are wanting to do it, and in your mind you feel guilty about reaching that guilty pleasure food, then do it. Do it with conscious. I'm not saying do it every time you feel that, but at the moment, be gentle to yourself. And if you reach out for that bowl of ice cream or that candy, then allow yourself to feel that.
And to enjoy it, right?
And to enjoy it.
Because I saw or read somewhere that, and this is some work that I've been doing a lot for myself, especially more recently, is how you feel when you eat has a direct correlation how the food affects your body and how it's digested in your body. So if I am having that ice cream, right, or that slice of pizza, right, because it's gonna possibly happen, not to allow myself to feel guilty or to have all these racing thoughts. I'm literally just in the present moment that I'm eating this pizza. I like how it tastes. This pizza is great. Yes. Another bite. No sadness here, right?
Exactly. And that's also nourishing your body, because the way we eat our food have a direct connection with our brain. So our stomach and our brain are connected. And the way that you'll digest, but if you'll digest saying, I shouldn't eat this, why am I eating this? It's going to have a direct effect to your stomach. Yes. And you will not process or have digestion the way it should be, right? So I think it's, like I said, it's the way you eat it, not what you eat it most of the time.
That's a great reference of what my next question is, which is our emotions, right? When women are eating, it's very much attached to our emotional well-being. And my question to you is, for women that are trying to balance their stress and their hormones, especially those that are caregivers or mothers, right? How can food become a supportive tool for our emotional regulation rather than something else that we have to fix?
Right. Oh, wow. And we dig into our emotions, and our women's emotions and our hormones are deeply connected. You have no idea. We are one. our emotions and our hormones are completely and deeply connected, right? So when we eat with stress or we eat with guilt, that has a direct effect on whether we amplified our stress or we calm our system down completely, right? So when I talk about emotions and hormones, I really ask for you or the women listening to this podcast to take a moment, ask yourself, is this food really nourishing me? Is this food is going to make me feel better on the long run? Or is this just a temporary distraction? I'm going to put an example. If you are craving something sweet, right? And you want to also nourish your body. What I do is I go for a date with almond butter, a little bit of dark chocolate on top. Sometimes I want to feel extra and I put a little salt. And that, my brain will wire like I'm eating a candy. I'm eating a
Snickers bar or something.
A Snickers bar. It tasted just like it. But without the emotional effect or guilt of, oh my God, I'm eating a candy bar. Well, I'm eating something that's nourishing my body and it's going to give me a boost of energy in the long run. So go ahead.
Something I like to go to for not only myself but my kids is like a banana smoothie. So we don't use dairy in our house. Well, my husband still loves cheese. He's never going to let cheese go.
My kids do too.
But I successfully transitioned my children to nut butters.
Great, yes.
Yeah, so I'll make them a banana smoothie with nut milk.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Right, with nut milk and a banana smoothie. And we try to give them something banana-y. Yes, I made up a word. Towards the evening because of those calming effects that banana can have to your system. So, do you have any go-to, besides the date combinations that you think of when you're when I really want to make something that's yummy and satisfying, but also soothing to my overstimulated or anxious system, this is what I would consume?
So that will be one of one of my options, right? But I almost successfully transitioned my kids into dairy-free, except for the cheese. I still have to work on that.
It gets in there, right? It gets in there and it holds on.
But we also are almost dairy-free in this house. However, for my go-tos, when I feel something sweet, I do have those. I found in the store these coconut wraps that are sweet. And inside, I put coconut yogurt. I don't know if you have ever tried coconut yogurt, which is good for your gut because it has a lot of probiotics. I put strawberries on inside. I put cinnamon. And again, if I want to put extra, you put extra sweetness. You put a little drizzle of honey.
Yes,
I wrap it around like it's a burrito. And I eat it just like that. So that will satisfy my craving for that sweet. But also, it's nourishing my body. It's giving me a probiotic. The fruit has a lot of fiber. And the cinnamon will calm my inflammation down. So that's another option. Now, for the dairy people, the dairy that they do like dairy, and so during my recuperation, I'll talk about it later, I did have to increase my protein intake. So there are better options of dairy, right? Which one of them are cottage cheese, a good quality of cottage cheese, with a little bit, again, fresh fruit, honey, or if you want something salty, cottage cheese with cucumbers, dill, lime, and make like a chip and dip into it.
But see, here's the thing, I think, because I have to play devil's advocate, right?
Of course.
I have to speak up for all the women that are listening that are saying, it sounds like she's making a lot of stuff. So I think for most people, when they reach for that pizza or that fast food, is because it's convenient.
Convenience.
So do you have any suggestions or life hacks on how we can make comfort food that is actually nutritious for us, but also easily accessible?
Yes. So, for example, I know we want to buy that pizza, right? But that's what I said in the beginning. If we have that ready to go space, I know it's not for everybody. Not all of the women listening out there like to cook. From a long time, I didn't like to cook. I didn't want to cook. And I eased up little by little and got into that less meal prep kind of thing, right?
Okay.
But now stores make our lives very convenient. And there are a lot of healthy, get ready, go for it, prepare foods already. So instead of reaching for that pizza, let's say that it has a million ingredients, if you still want to indulge on the pizza, look at your label, right? On the back of your label. The less ingredients that pizza had and that you want to indulge one day, the better results you'll have. So there's a lot of labels with 40 ingredients.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Yes. Or there are some labels that has 4, 5, 7, 10 ingredients. Less is more for us, for our body. So if you want to purchase a pizza that are frozen in the store, go ahead and do it. Buy it. But try to get familiar with labels.
I think that is a great tip that you just gave, which is a healthy nutrition habit that we can start taking into effect. That small steps to the right direction that aren't too overwhelming, right?
Right.
Which is, if you're going to get whatever you're going to get, make small steps. Like, for example, don't get the thing with 40 ingredients, get the thing with 10 ingredients, because ultimately that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. A step by step.
I really like that. So let's go back to this talk about hormones, because for me, I'm 40. How old am I? I'm 46. Sometimes I forget. I'm 46. And you know, the word that shall not be named, but I'm going to say it, perimenopause is rampant right now for me, my peers, everyone's talking about it. So since every woman's body and hormones respond differently, how can listeners can begin tuning into their own signals about which foods are truly going to be comforting to them, which foods are going to be healing to them, and which ones they should just run away from?
I like how you introduced that, because every woman's body is unique. What might feel healing to me might feel heavy to you.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
So we cannot do a protocol that is standardized for everyone, because it's not possible. My body is completely different from you, and that's the beauty of a body. It's unique, right?
I agree.
So learning to notice inward. So how am I feeling after certain foods, right? How, if I have a bowl of, I don't know, I'm gonna make this up, a corn. I just feel like craving a corn, and I'm gonna eat it. How does my body feel? So my advice is, learn the signals of your body's giving you. Right? Because that is the feedback that your body is giving you is a wisdom. That feedback that I'm feeling tired. A lot of people don't know, but your body is giving you the reason of why you're feeling like that. Why are you feeling fatigued? Why are you feeling sluggish? Or when you eat certain foods, a couple hours later, why am I feeling so wired? I mean, we don't notice this stuff, but our body is our signal.
I love that. So as soon as you eat something, really take stock on, I'm trying to tie it all together. So when you're getting something to eat, take note of what your emotion is that you're getting it. And when you're indulging in it, guilt-free.
Yes.
But the moment that you're done indulging, your body's going to immediately start giving you signals if this is a friend or if this is a foe. And we really should take stock of that, because we should be eating foods that just keep us feeling our best.
Yeah,
correct?
and exactly. And what I'm saying is these type of signals that our body is giving us is not our enemy. Believe me, these signals, even though I feel sluggish, tired, overwhelmed, because food overwhelms you as well, that's actually the wisdom of our body. That's our body telling us, hey, Lorena, maybe you shouldn't eat that corn because I feel bloated. And I know it's not for everyone, but one of the tips I have for that is journaling. And I know you and I know about it.
Yes, a food journal. I've done food journaling before. It has served me. Okay. Yes, it has. And there are so many different types of journaling sessions now where you can do the old school writing it down, or you could do like apps and things like that.
Right.
So I agree. Seeing it on paper definitely helps. Brings to light a lot of stuff.
Well, we have this. We have our phones next to us. So 2 hours later, after I eat my lunch, let's say I have a turkey sandwich. I'm just making this up, with chips and a soda, right? Because that's usually what people do on grab that's the go-to for lunch, right? 2 hours later is when your system is going to start giving you signals. Why am I hungry again? Why am I don't know, tired? Yeah. So your phone, on your notes, I know you, I'm not saying, dear diary, today I have, no, but just say, today after lunch, stop, tired. I mean, something that will help you realize what your body is telling you. And little by little, it's going to create a habit.
And that's another thing that we can do. When you grabbed your phone, I thought we can just take a picture.
Yeah.
Just take a picture if you don't want to have to write it, and just take a picture of your meals for that week.
Yeah.
Look at it, see how it's making you feel, and then you can delete all those pictures.
Right.
And that's a great way to take notes. So how do you think, since I'm trying to tap into the life coach part of you, how do you think we can successfully transition and truly adopt the new definition of what we're saying comfort food should be? Comfort food is not the fast food, greasy food, or the food you eat when you get fired or something, I don't know, or the food you eat when you find out the greatest news, because both of those emotions make comfort food desirable. What can we do? What's like a couple of steps that someone that's listening right now is like, you know what, this is really resonating with me. I want to start really embracing comfort food in a healthier way, and the food that's going to help calm my nervous system, keep my body running well. What can they do?
So the first thing I will suggest is, again, be kind to yourself. Don't get overwhelmed with making changes or several changes at the time. One step at a time. If you don't drink enough water during the day, start drinking a little bit of water, because a lot of the cravings, a lot of that necessity of reaching for more, most of the time is dehydration.
Yes.
And the hack, if you see, I have jars of water, filtered water everywhere, because I remind myself.
Room, right? Every room.
Yes,
take a sip.
Exactly. And it have worked for me. I always drink a lot of water, but sometimes I have to remember myself to drink water. I even put postage next to my mirror, drink enough water. Just a reminder, step by step. Don't get yourself overwhelmed with a long list. I should have. No, make one habit at a time. And if you don't drink enough water, for example, make yourself drink 2 more ounces. Maybe later 2 more ounces. Maybe the week after 2 more ounces. So that will create a pattern, and that pattern becomes a habit.
Interesting.
Now,
keep going. I'm listening.
No, go ahead.
So I was just thinking, it's interesting that I asked you about ways to improve our food intake, and you came from a whole different approach of hydration. So what's another one? Keep coming. Yeah, this is great.
Oh, yeah. Well, because a lot of our cravings, is our brain telling us something is missing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either, yes, legit hungriness, dehydration, because we have not drink enough water. And most of the time, and this happens to a lot of us women, tiredness. We haven't slept the 7-8 hours that we need. No 7. We should sleep 8 to 9 hours every single day, and it should be a well rested time for us. So a lot of our cravings or hungriness come from not only dehydration but tiredness.
Poor sleep. Yeah. I agree. Because as women, our hormones are regulated through our sleep, unlike men. So
100%.
that makes a lot of sense. Interesting. I had another question for you, but it has temporarily slipped me. So keep talking. Okay. I'm sure it's gonna.
That's okay. The only thing I said to women is I encourage to focus themselves on grounding. A lot of our nervous systems running go all day, every day, and that's the nature of, I don't know, here the dynamic of every day's daily routine. But if you standard your food around I love to say this because I live rituals, but if you do a nice ritual through the day, or again, we're talking about habits, one step at a time, light a candle during dinner.
Oh.
That could be something that will make you feel more grounded, right? Or breathe.
We play music, my husband.
Oh, that's nice. Music.
So depending on what we're eating, it's so cheesy, but it's fun now with our kids. Whatever we're eating, whatever style food we're eating, if we're eating spaghetti, he'll put on Italian music.
Oh, I love that.
And,
I love it.
On so and on forth. It's the best. Yeah.
And it became a ritual. Now it's a habit, and you enjoy it, so you eat with pleasure. So what happens? Our hormones are going to be so happy that our digestion is going to be easier in our stomach.
Okay, so talking of hormones again, and this is, remember the name of this podcast is Comfort Unfiltered. So we're really about to go there on this next question. So this is my next question. For many of us women, our hormones are peaked when our moon cycles are happening. And a lot of women have cravings during that time. So what expert guru advice can you give for women that when you're on your cycle and you're craving chocolate or grease or whatever, sweets, or I don't know, whatever women crave when they're on their cycle, what advice can you give in order to kind of navigate that experience we have every month?
Right. So being on our cycle is stressful enough for us. We go through pain, discomfort, and emotional up and downs. So once again, I don't want to be a broken record, but the first thing I would like to ask everyone listening to this podcast is be kind to yourself. Give yourself permission to feel all those feelings, because they're necessary, and you need that gentleness, at least to yourself. Going into the nutrition facts of that, we crave a lot of those because of our emotions are up and down, right? So we want to comfort both. We want to comfort our emotions and our bodies. During this time, the best advice is to look for magnesium-rich foods, right? Because we are lacking, or we're releasing a lot of these minerals, a lot of these I lost the train of thought. A lot of these supplements, right? So we need to ingest that. So one of the biggest one that a lot of people don't know is the chia seeds that I told you about.
Is it? I was going to ask you to, even though it's just a Google search away, what are some of your top magnesium-rich foods that I love? And I love a good chia seed pudding. When you said that, I was like, yeah.
I am sorry. One of them are pumpkin seeds. I'm sorry.
I love pumpkin seeds.
So a spoon a day. You can even put it on your smoothie. And it is delicious. Delicious.
The other day, I made dinner, and I'm teaching my kids, I'm taking them along this health journey with me. And I told them that we're going to have a watermelon, spinach, basil salad with roasted pumpkin seeds.
Woo, perfect.
It was so delicious.
Perfect.
So delicious.
Perfect.
The crunch, the salt of the, because I toasted them myself, and then the sweetness of the watermelon. It was heaven.
You make me crave one now.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry, didn't mean chia seeds, because we're gonna go into the omega-3 three fats. But that will be chia seeds. But no, for magnesium-rich foods, pumpkin seeds.
Yes.
Green leafy greens.
Yes.
All the way. I know sometimes it's hard for us to remember. What I do now, I go to the supermarket and they have those frozen fruits and veggies. Mm-hmm. And I add them in my smoothie. I like coconut milk. I use coconut milk for my smoothies because it's, I don't know, it's very creamy.
Yes.
And the fat is a good fat from the coconut. So I like it. It satisfies me. So I do a smoothie with kale. I like to do with pumpkin seeds because I also go into the perimenopause. Mm-hmm. And I like to do with cherries. I know there's frozen cherries, so I love cherries.
Aren't cherries rich in magnesium? They're rich in something.
Yes, I think I forgot, but they are also really good on your system and digestion. So I believe they're, let me see.
Cherries are rich in, I think magnesium is correct.
Yeah. Let me see.
And another good one to add also are blueberries.
Yes. Well, blueberries are... cherries are rich in magnesium.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
and yes, you were. And blueberries are, first of all, they have a lot of nutritional value, right? They have, so the antioxidants on that smoothie will be fantastic for us.
I love blueberries. They are the best. Okay, so
if you want to indulge in chocolate, also during our cycle, dark chocolate is the go-to.
Yeah, and not everybody.
But I have a tip.
I respect dark chocolate, and I've had it on some really delicious treats. But what about those that are not on dark chocolate?
So we can do chocolate, or do you like cocoa? If they like a hot cup of cocoa. Mm-hmm. Cocoa, you can put honey. You can put, if you're more into the agave, you can put a little bit of agave for the sweetness. Mm-hmm. So that
also
will help.
Cocoa powder, yeah, with your milk or your
milk of choice,
nut milk. Okay, and then add your sweetener would be a honey or a date syrup or something.
Yes,
like
whatever
that.
you feel. I like coconut sugar. It's not for everyone. I like honey. It's not for everyone, but there are a lot of different sweeteners out there that are natural and will help you easy on that crave and help you with the magnesium and intake as well.
Awesome. So you clearly have some really great suggestions and recipes for everyone listening. Do you have like a cookbook, or do you have how can they get contact? Like, how can they? I'm foresight. I have the foresight. I'm predicting a future cookbook. How can they stay in contact with you to continue getting this wisdom from you? And
of course, so they can find me on mdwellness.com. I have my page there, and then we can do a discovery call free of charge in the first 30 minutes. And also you can find me on social media. You find me on Instagram under mdwellness_. And just send me a message, DM me, and I'm quick to respond.
And don't worry, all of Lorena's Contact information will be in the show notes below.
Yay.
And before I let you go, is there any other signing off tip that you want to throw out there for anyone that may be battling with this idea that what comfort food is and what we're trying to suggest comfort food should be?
Well, again, thank you for that. What I can tell women is just tune into your inward, right? Tune into your inward. And I think it's easier said than done, because the theory makes sense, but the practice is very difficult.
Yeah.
But just have a moment for yourself, tuning into this journey in a way that you are gentle to yourself, in a way that food doesn't become just a quick fix. It becomes a partnership in your healing journey.
Ooh, wow. Yes. That is so great. I used to serve in the military, and my sergeant oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for that.
My sergeant that was my supervisor, we used to do a lot of fitness stuff, and she was hardcore. She was a hardcore fitness guru, and she always used to tell me this was years ago, 2 decades ago. She would be like, food is fuel. And the moment that we truly accept that food is fuel, and I'm sure that statement alone is going to start debates, because there are the foodies out there, right, that are like, no, food is supposed to be pleasure, right, or whatever. But that was always her motto, and it never really left me.
Yeah.
When I think about food
as fuel, it is.
And it has its purpose. And what we consume has a direct effect on our hormones, on 100%. Our mood, 100%. And our nervous systems.
100%.
So, thank you for sharing this with me today.
Thank you, Chris.
That was an amazing tip at the end. You came in with a...
It is, but it's true. And I can testify to myself. I did all these studies. I got certifications. I had all the knowledge. And then, until I put my food as my partnership in my journey and my healing process, it didn't make sense. It's like, I'm doing the right thing. Why am I not changing? No, I wasn't. Everything here was in another ways. It's our partnership. Make it feel like you're in this together. Instead of looking, as an enemy, bring the enemy over and make it your best friend. Right?
Yes. No, you're right. A lot of women, especially as we get older and our metabolisms are doing something wonky, and when we eat, we gain weight. There's so many women I know, no matter what I'm eating, I gain weight, and it starts to feel like the enemy.
Yeah.
But you guys just reach out to Lorena.
Thank you.
She's going to square you away.
Yes.
Get you on the right track and get us with some real doable, not overwhelming habits to make food our new comfort.
Yes. Thank you, Chrissy. You said it well, and I love it. Thank you again for inviting me to this podcast. It was amazing. I had so much fun.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Until next time, ciao for now.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it to the end, know that I appreciate your time and energy more than you will ever know. And it's because of you that I can keep this podcast going. If you're curious about how comfort supports your nervous system or what foundational wellness looks like in real life, don't worry, I created a free masterclass just for you. It's short, powerful, and completely free. Visit naturallylondon.com to access it now.